What is going on, everybody? Car Guy V8 here, and some of you might have noticed that I have not driven the Joker, my 1978 Camaro, in quite a while. Now, I have made a couple of exhaust videos here and there, but it's basically just sitting in the yard, and there's a reason why. Now, 8 or 9 months ago, I threw a 305 in it because at the time I was planning to sell the car. It was a logical choice, but I'm so happy that I did not. And I threw that 305 in. It wound up having a flat cam, so I threw a Summit cam in it, one that I just had basically sitting in another engine. And I made my popular video, this budget cammed 305 rips, and that's about the last time it's been driven on the road because I hurt the engine. I guess it didn't really like a bunch of 5,700 RPM shifts, 456 gears in the rear. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun, but with stock valve springs and a high mileage engine with a lot of blow by, it just wound up, it started ticking real bad anytime you'd get over 3,000 RPMs. So I'm not sure what it is yet. So today we're gonna pull the engine out because I'm putting my 355 back in it. That car deserves a good built small block, and the 355, I made a couple of small modifications to it. So it'll be a better engine for it. The car will be really fast again. But the 305, I want to figure out what I did to it. I've got a few guesses. I guess I'll cover them once I've actually got the engine out. All right, so I've got the engine free. Took me about right at 3 hours to get to this point. This is a really simple car, really simple. As I've gotten older, I've started pulling some of my engines separately from the transmission. Used to, I'd always pull the whole drivetrain together, which is easy. I mean, all small block stuff is pretty easy. But I've learned it's kind of nice not having to deal with the radiator and all the transmission lines and stuff, at least in a car with a big engine bay like this. Makes it kind of nice. So I'm about to set it on the ground over here. I'm not sure how far I'm going to tear it down today. We may not even find the problem in this video, but I just wanted to get it out there that this 305 has what I'd consider a major issue on top of low oil pressure, just because, I mean, it's very high mileage, had a lot of blow by. Really the wrong engine to cam, but why not, I love hot rodding. I had a cheap free cam, to be honest, and a cheap engine, so why not? Now that's a proper small block right there. 355 AFR heads, 282 cam. This was a pretty good running setup. I'm hesitant to say that it was 400 horsepower, but it's pretty close. Put a deeper 7-quart oil pan on it whenever I had it out. Also, I'm porting the headers. New water pump. I've started painting those suckers because they rust so fast. Hopefully paint will make it last longer. But all in all, I've got right at about 6 hours in this whole swap. This is a super easy car to engine swap. Huge engine bay. You can reach every transmission bolt from the top. You can't really ask for better than that. But let's get on to that 305. Here's the little 305. Sucker's an oily mess. Look at all that. That's just caked on from years and years. I painted that intake back when I had it off. Looks ugly, but it looks better than it did, so who really cares? Now, a few guesses as to what I think went wrong before I actually tear into it. I will say, if it's in the bottom end, I won't find it this video because I'm not going to tear into that until I actually have a plan for the engine, if I ever do have another plan for it. We'll see. The biggest thing I think it may be is I threw this cam out of that engine right there, actually. That was what originally came in the Camaro. It's just a TBI crate engine. The guy I got this car from, he threw the cam in, threw the lifters in, and started it on an engine stand for a couple minutes and then killed it. And I know for a fact it had a little bit of idle time, and I don't know if he held it at RPMs or anything. So I knew it was a wild card when I threw it in. So I think it may be either eating a cam lobe or eating a lifter.
I did replace 2 of the lifters because I didn't like the way they looked on the bottom with mailing replacement lifters. So that was a wild card. That, it doesn't matter what RPM I was running it at. That happened no matter what, if there was a problem with the lifter or the cam. Other thing, I guess a valve might have kissed a piston. That's a possibility. I guess I'd have to take the head off to really know that, but I'm not going to do that today. Could have cracked a valve spring or broke a valve spring. Could have backed a rocker, or excuse me, a rocker stud up. Could have been any of those things, but let's pull it apart and see what we see. Probably get some junk in the engine, but that's just to be expected. What I'm doing there is I'm marking each lifter. So far it looks like they're all rotating, but if I mark it, you can see if a mark moves and rotates. Especially, this is the one I'm most concerned about right now. So I pulled the cylinder 1 intake lifter out, and it looks just fine. It was spinning. They were all spinning using my Sharpie mark, but I wanted to take one out just to look at it. My new working theory is this is assembly lube and a break-in oil. This flashlight's sometimes stupid. Let me hit it. There we go. Maybe it'll work. But my new working theory is it might have a blown head gasket, and that may be why at a mediocre RPM, cruising RPM like 3,000 RPMs or so, I was hearing a tick. Maybe it was some compression leaking. This is just a working theory. I'm no expert, and I'm definitely not a mechanic, but I have been doing this a little while, so I've picked up some tricks and know at least a decent amount about these old small blocks. So that's my working theory. Could be wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think that's going to do it for this video. We'll see. Should I do anything with the 305? I might. Y'all are going to hate me for this. I might wind up. It's kind of nasty out here. This is a 1 year only 80 Corvette, or excuse me, 305 Corvette, 80 California Special. Only the California Specials came with 305s. It has a 350 in it now that is locked up like nobody's business. I mean, it is bad. But it's a 1 year only California I keep saying that. It's a 1 year only 305 Vet California Special. So like 3,300 I think were made. That's not a numbers matching engine for it, but it's an idea. I'm just throwing it out there. What do y'all think? Bad idea? Good idea? we might try to make something work. But thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.